Welcome to episode number I don't know of the OpTic podcast. It will be a lot easier in this situation to turn this into like this is season 3, right? Because then we can start all over.
But we went season. Well, we started with no seasons. Then it was season 1.
Yeah.
Then we were like, this is season 2 now. And then you're like, nah, scratch the season. So it went back to
You
no seasons.
scrapped the season.
No, I had no.
You scrapped.
I didn't want seasons to begin with.
So what are we on?
It just started.
He saw.
Me and Nick were so it's still season 1.
It's still. It's not. We're not doing seasons.
It's just podcast number whatever it is.
Hex saw Joe Rogan's podcast and had the 3 numbers. Yeah. He was like, all right, that's what we gotta do that.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing.
We're the next
the Flycast. We're at
what?
Rojogan.
Trojan.
Yes.
Hulk Hogan.
Thank you for the. No, I'm kidding. That'd be a cool sponsor. I think if we were to able to get like a condom sponsorship and then you have like this one segment where we talk about safe
Magnums.
Sex.
What wasn't that like on the table at one point? Way back in the day.
Yeah, it was. It was.
And because I remember you telling me about it, and I was like, "How are fans? Like, we've never done anything like that."
Yeah.
As far as our fans, or
they would understood. I mean,
they would understand. Bro.
Yeah,
sex
they gotta learn young.
Universal language.
Yeah. Like, I hate that. That's one thing I hate. How it's like you're about to talk about something like that, and you're like,
that shouldn't be taboo.
It's literally life.
Yeah.
We're good to curse on this, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, but keep it at a minimum.
Don't be typical you, like off camera.
Yeah.
Like, come on, hack yourself.
But I think
why do you put this fake in?
Well, what do they tell you though? Like they like Bo's a virgin and shit.
Oh yeah. I don't even know where that started. Everyone thinks I'm a virgin for some reason.
Like, why is he sponsored by a condom? He's a virgin.
Yeah.
Dude, and everyone was like, one of like Mike's first videos, like when we were in the Scuf house, I said something about being a virgin on his video, and everybody was like, man, Hitch is so cool that he'll just admit that because I was like new to the Scuf house. Yeah. They're like, I respect Hitch so much for admitting he's a virgin, and then they were like, but Bose is a super virgin. like they were like supportive of me, but still roasting.
Hitch is a virgin, but he ain't no Bo's virgin.
Yeah, like
that's next level virgin.
There's
levels to this. He hasn't touched a female skin.
There's levels to virginity, and look, if you are, don't worry, take your time, don't rush into it.
Facts.
You know? But yeah, at one point we did have Trojan that wanted to advertise on the podcast, not necessarily a sponsorship, and that I think, look, without getting into the business side of things, I think that people need to understand that sometimes people just want to promote and not necessarily sponsor. A sponsor, I think, in my opinion, is like more of a long-term relationship that you have with them, and then you have your short-term relationships that you have with them. So what better way to have a short-term one-night stand than with...
That is actually a good way to put it.
Dang.
Right?
I mean, damn. I was trying to like censor myself, but I forgot we can curse. Yeah. Dang.
I can say that I've never had a one-night stand. In my life, I'm 37.
That's a lie.
How? What? I'm obviously telling you the truth. Think about who would lie about not having one. Everybody lies about having them.
That's the point.
Reverse
you want to be different. Yeah. Everyone's had a one-night stand their whole life. Literally one. I've had them where the girl just... Never mind.
I was a virgin.
I thought about it once. I imagined like the one-time scenario that it was a thing. But yeah. Anyway, let's. We're not here to talk about that. I don't even know how we got into that topic.
I don't know what. Well, I guess I do know what we're here to discuss, like the move and stuff like that. I guess we can. Well,
we have to give them an update. Like, there's literally been no content coming out of the offices that we're in right now.
True.
Understandably so.
True.
Right? Because it's like super bare bones.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, we have pieces of this. Did you take anything?
This is the Scuf house.
Yeah. Did you take anything from the Scuf house that you were like, all right, this is going to remind me of the Scuf? Do you have that sort of like mementos? Like, for example, from 6050. Do you have anything from 6050 that you kept from there?
Are we talking from the house? Or are we talking like something that I got while there?
I mean, something to just like remind you of like, these were good times. So you have like a little souvenir from 6050.
For example, Judith, you know that big OG plaque that was like on the center, where you put the trophies.
Yeah.
The trophy holder, that OG, that was an IKEA setup, but I put the decal on there.
Yeah.
Judith went up and took it. You know what these dudes said? Let me sidetrack a little bit. These people that rented us the house, walked in there and they were doing the final walkthrough. Boys, you guys left that disgusting, all of you.
I tell the story and then go.
I mean,
okay, fine. Because I just sidetracked 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay, bro. After it was cleaned, the guy comes back and then he's like, yeah. And then Jude's like, yeah. So Jude's sister is like, yeah, we're doing the walkthrough. And then he's like, yeah, that belonged to the house. That belonged to the house. Pointed at both Big Timers Entertainment System and ours. And I'm talking about the setup. And I was like, yeah, fine, the stairs. We didn't want to take it with anyway. But no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
You thieves. No,
That's
it wasn't.
crazy.
We bought that.
He really said that?
Yeah, he's like, that stays. That's one of
Dude,
the
I knew the guy. Can I even?
Yeah,
Dude, I knew the dude was a creep. Bro, he literally comes to the house, right? I see an SUV pull up. It's a guy in a suit. I'm like, what the hell? So I walk out there. He like starts walking to the front of the house. So I like came out of the garage behind him.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, how you doing? He's like, I forgot what he said his name was. And he was like, I'm the landlord. And I'm like, oh, you're the landlord. He's like, is Hector here? I'm like, no, he's not here, but I can call him. He's like, yeah, what's your name? I was like, Marcus. I was like, what's your name? He's like, I'm the landlord.
Yeah.
I'm like,
okay. So he didn't give you his name?
Yeah,
he
like
just
on
said
some weird
The
shit.
landlord.
Like, I don't know what the hell he was
You
on.
should have been like, I lied about my name. My real name's Player.
Dude, and then when he came to like look at the rooms at the house, literally as soon as I went to go open my door, he didn't knock or anything. I literally opened and he was just there. I'm like, what the? He's like, oh, I just came over for inspection. Like
Jeez.
6'7", creepy ass dude. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. He called me, tried to yell at me. I'm like, hey, listen, let's calm down a bit, okay? Because you're obviously upset. How about this? How about you leave? I'll call the mates that were supposed to be there yesterday and the garbage people that were supposed to, and then we can reconvene. He's like, yeah, sorry to be stressful, man. My boss. And I'm like, look, I understand, you prick. No, I didn't say that. No, but I want to anyway. So Jude took off the plaque that had the OpTic Gaming logo, and then she says we're gonna frame this in our house and have that as a memento. From the original house, though, I have like 2 things that were like I have all the artwork from the original house, like all the canvases where it's Proofy, Clayster, and all them with like biting into the chains.
Oh, yeah.
I have all of Nate Shot's belongings. Okay, I'm gonna tell you.
We do have a lot of Nate stuff.
But I'm gonna tell you what about that, right? It's 2 things that we could do. We could either give it to his dad and his dad's gonna take care of it, or we can just display it as part of history at OpTic. So I decided to do that. Yeah. But this dude, legit man, has never heard of his X Games plaque, like his X Games medal. I still have that.
Oh, yeah, you have it?
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, I still have your X Games gold medal. He's like, oh, you have it? I thought it was in a drawer in my place or in a box. I'm like, that's why I have it, because you don't care. I mean, he cares, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's something you gotta just keep around.
That's a Nate thing.
Yeah,
to do.
No, that is a Nate thing to do, 100%.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm glad that I kept it in good condition. It's not lost. I know where it's at all times, except for right now because my
Wait, do we have
did
we have a storage room?
Huh?
Well, you had a storage room for the house, right?
Yeah.
It was like a storage. Wait, isn't there an OpTic storage space or something?
Yeah. It's got like controllers, headsets. Remember that portable gaming set that was like Xbox and PlayStation, but it was super short that Red Bull gave him? It's like one of a kind, one of one, like an altered like thing. It's like a portable gaming system. It's in storage because he didn't think it was cool or something. The amount of stuff, the amount of cool shit that's in that storage is like a part of history, bro.
Yeah,
we have all of it.
It's still there in Chicago?
Huh?
Or it's in Chicago, or did you move it with the truck?
It's in Chicago. It's coming along with the rest of the stuff later.
We still had his COD XP trophy. It's like displayed with all of the.
Yeah, he said he's buying a house. The second he buys a house, I'm gonna ship everything. And I'm more than likely gonna have to go and.
Yeah, I was about to say you need to drive there.
I'm not driving.
In his G-Wagon.
It's my G-Wagon now. I bought it.
That he rented to you.
I bought it. Straight
You're
up.
paying lease?
Cash.
So you're paying him every month?
Cash.
For real?
No. He sold it to me for $120. I paid $90 up front. I'm giving him $30 and I'm giving him 10. Just call it even. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know how it works. I got 12. I'll get back to you.
Dude, I had to hound this dude to give him money, man.
Dude, I don't know if I...
Yeah, I know the exact story you're about to tell.
Yeah.
The other,
should I say it?
Yeah, everybody knows.
Yeah, it's
but
the fella thing.
Yeah, the M3.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say
fella like tried to pay Nade for like 6 months for his car, and Nade like wouldn't respond, so he like got the car for free for a little bit until he was like, yo, can I pay you the money for the car now? And like Nade wouldn't respond. I was like, damn, must be nice.
literally Nate things right there.
It was like 30K or something like that.
Yeah,
30K just.
That's anyway. So the move for me has gone pretty smoothly because I haven't had to go through what you guys went through. Obviously, you drove. I didn't, but I'm gonna. Tips.
Yours is gonna
tips.
Bro, how many dogs do you have?
5.
All 5 are going in it?
No, just me. It's gonna be Henry and I in the G wagon.
Oh, you're good.
In the Jude wagon.
And where he's gonna sit in the back seat, or you gonna put him in?
He's gonna drive, bro.
The J wagon.
Is he gonna be in the back seat?
We're
or
gonna
the trunk?
switch off. Yeah, he's gonna sit in the back.
Are you gonna put the seat?
Yeah, I'm gonna fold the seats, bro. Nate's like, let me detail it. I'm like, no, dude, I'm gonna take a 14-hour drive with a dog that farts harder, louder than a human being, and stinkier than a human being.
Imagine him shitting in that, and you gotta smell it for 14 hours.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, think about it. If he does, and I clean it, knock on wood, there's still gonna be some residue.
Oh,
in there.
no,
Thankfully,
100%.
we have an endless amount of turtle wax product, and I'm taking a lot of it
Dude,
with
we
me.
have a lot.
Because if that accident happened, if that's a reality, that's not something that I'm willing to drive 10 hours with.
Did someone move into the house already?
Into whose house?
The old one, the 1235.
No.
Oh, I was just wondering.
It's like a huge.
They have to
turnaround.
clean.
What about the wall?
They're
That's
never
gonna be a
selling.
month of cleaning.
They're never selling it because it was abandoned for 7 years before us.
Yeah.
That thing's. We're the
Honestly,
last
not
people.
even that. When they fix that up, dude, that house. Think about it. You think, out of all the people that know us, bro, in the whole world, you don't think there's one person that actually thought that house was nice, like in Illinois?
Yeah.
You don't think so?
the house ain't
Like, what are
bad.
they
bad.
Yo, you're moving my mic with
Oh,
your
my
foot.
bad, my bad.
I think somebody will buy it eventually. It's a nice house. It's just that you guys made it disgusting.
No,
It's gonna
we
be
didn't-
good.
Fucking carpet downstairs.
It
believe
was.
me.
We made it popping. If anything, that shit was probably lame as.
Jesus.
Before
We literally brought the
us-
life to the suburbs.
Yo, you
to
know,
It would have been.
Fakington.
It was a dope house in like 2003. Like it was top of the line.
Yeah, but it was.
What was
remember
wrong? What was
when we
wrong?
toured
I
that
would've
house
lived in there.
to
No.
move in there?
All right. First of all, we sound ungrateful.
Well, yeah, you three
There's-
sound
Oh,
super
totally.
ungrateful to have the opportunity to live in a $2 million house.
Okay. But
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
regardless,
I don't. I said it was dope.
Dude, it was,
No,
it
it
was
is
in
dope.
Fakington.
It is dope. And
Wait.
like, remember how
Fakington,
we
Illinois.
were like moving in? I was like, damn.
Yeah, from 6050 to that house, we were like, what?
the
Like,
hell?
whenever we toured Hex's house today,
Bro.
we were walking around like, dang. And that's how we were in 1235.
Yeah.
It's a
And
humble
now we're
thing.
talking
It's a
trash
humble
about it.
home. It's a humble
In
home.
10 years, he's going to be talking trash about
You know what was actually,
About
you know
his
what
house.
I think the first house we went to, me, you, Mike, Will, I think
Thank God you guys
Nate
didn't
was
get
there
that
or no?
house.
Wait,
that
Oh.
one was dope.
was
Yeah,
it
but
like,
if you guys got that house, I was gonna be in North Carolina still. So
Nah,
I think it was missing. It was one less room, right?
No.
wait,
It was
was it?
bigger. It was bigger.
Yeah,
Than, it
it
was
was
bigger than
huge.
1, 2, 3,
Oh,
5.
bro.
The basement was literally the basement was finished to like it wasn't like
It had
even the
pillars.
other one, it was crazy. Like it
I
came
think
with
I-
like a fucking
I was there, wasn't I?
basketball shooting game. Oh yeah, Nick was there. Basketball shooting game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I
a
remember
15-foot bar.
The theater room, the seats were like crazy. Like you can spin them. They were in their own individual.
I wish we.
section.
You got to talk into the.
Yo,
We should've got that
should we
one.
tell them about what the other possibility was before we went with individual apartments for here?
Yeah.
$6 million house.
You guys seen it? It looks like a compound.
Oh
I
yeah.
pass it every once in a while and I'm like, damn. Like it could have been. It looks like a castle.
But what's around
It
it?
has like
There's
25
nothing
rooms.
around it.
No,
Nothing.
Exactly.
it was
Nothing.
nothing. It would have been
Nothing.
terrible.
Yeah.
But it was $6 million.
I mean, that would be cool
Well,
for
you could
the first month, and then after that,
Dude,
we would.
Yeah.
Uh,
We didn't
it'd
need a
be
bigger.
back to the.
Our
That's
house
true,
was
that's true.
in Illinois was just right size.
Yeah.
Like
I think it was too
anything-
big. There was just like think about how many times you didn't run into one another in that place.
I
Yeah.
think that was one of the biggest problems.
I think so too.
because obviously the honeymoon period lasted what, like 9 months,
Yeah.
8 months, and then like that's when people started like dispersing. Like Will turned into a workhorse,
Yeah.
so his door was always closed.
Yep.
So then there's nobody
But-
on the first floor.
But the thing there is that Will did that at 60-50 when he retired. He
Yeah.
locked
But-
himself for like
for the stocks.
yeah.
Yeah.
For like 3
ever
months.
ever since I've been living in the OpTic house, I've like seen Will 3 times, and I've been living with him. I lived with Will for 3 years. I think I saw him 3 times.
yeah, before
Besides
before
like videos I'd do with him.
Yeah.
Did you ever make the effort to go knock on his door? Be
I was
you know
scared.
I mean, no, I do my thing. Will can do his thing.
What I go? Yeah, oh,
I know-
Yesterday, Will goes, man, I fucking ordered food. Now the driver's not gonna make it there in time. They're gonna close. I go, where'd you order from? He said somewhere. I go, that's vegan, bro. He goes, vegan? I got horse-fed or grass-fed steak. I started crying, bro.
Yeah, but I am happy that we're finally finally everyone's gonna be together, man. Like little by little, this dream is gonna become a reality, and yet again, we're gonna set the standard for what like.
Dude, the apartments are dope, though. I
dope.
like the vibe. I wish all of us, though. I mean, obviously we couldn't get it done, but if we were all looking in the middle,
bro,
that would have been insane.
We're all just surrounded on the balcony.
The thing, and this is something that you guys may not know, but the thing about Texas, I mean, because you're from the South-ish. In Texas, you're not gonna run into the same sort of people that you would run into in Illinois. There's gonna be no disrespectful ass kids coming and bullshitting with you because in Texas people respect that sort of privacy, where in Illinois they're just little punks.
Why do I feel that? I kind of feel that like everyone's here is like, I don't know.
They don't
just
play
like,
around
here.
here.
They're just like straightforward, respectful.
Yeah,
like,
it's the South.
Like
man.
just.
Yeah, it's the South.
I don't know.
It comes with living in this culture. And look, don't get me wrong. I'm from Illinois, so when I insult the Illinois little punks that did that, like I mean it. Punks, you know what I'm saying?
I'm so glad that
he's allowed to say that.
Yeah,
literally no privacy.
I gotta pass.
Dude.
Yeah.
It's like you'll see people in the comments just be like, how, like whenever we talked about our houses getting egged or stuff, they're like, how could people do that?
Yeah.
And it's like it's just because it's like different culture.
But no lie, I feel like if I was 14 and like the OpTic house was in driving distance, I'd probably would have egged it.
Egged it though.
I mean, something. Y'all was getting something from me.
I mean,
I was
at
throwing
least like
something
drove
at
by
it.
and
I probably would have
once,
rocked
like,
your mailbox.
They did
a lot
with
sooner
a
than
bat
when it
or
got. I
something.
know,
No,
but
they
that
threw a pumpkin at it.
Yeah.
They were going so. Think about this. They were going so fast that they threw a pumpkin in the air and it knocked a steel beam off of the ground and fell.
Our mailbox didn't even get hit by a bat. It got hit by a pumpkin.
Yeah.
So that I can almost respect that.
See, I can't.
Like why?
A pumpkin?
I would never do that.
No, the stuff that I can't respect. Didn't somebody, when you were at 6050, drop off a burger?
Oh yeah,
Shit like that is funny.
yeah. Now that's funny.
That's funny.
Like after the whole Burger King, literally like an hour after the whole burger thing happened on Twitter, there was literally a burger at the front.
It said Embos on it, right?
Yeah,
That's
literally.
fucking
shit's
hilarious.
funny.
Now that's funny. Like
Yeah,
that I
I'm
don't
with
mind.
it. When you destroy property, though, is when I can't get behind it. Like
Yeah,
I'm like
sure.
again, with my past and destroying property, personal. Like I've learned my lesson. I pay my dues. But I don't. In high school, I never said I'm gonna go egg this guy's house because I don't like him, because I know that he's not the only one that lives there. You know what I'm saying? Like the parents have to clean it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just stressful.
Before,
dude.
literally, like 2 weeks before we moved, I see a kid at the door, right? And I'm like, he has food in his hand, and I automatically assume it's like Grubhub.
Yeah.
And I know, like, all right, I've never seen this Grubhub driver before. Nothing. Like one looks way too young. So as I'm pulling up the driveway, he like starts walking from the front of the house back towards the garage, and I go, "Who are you looking for?" He goes, he had McDonald's in his hand, and he goes, "It's Grubhub." I'm like, "Since when does Grubhub have McDonald's? I've been here for fucking 2 years, bro."
And I've
Good
wanted
try.
McDonald's.
Yeah, good try.
Yeah.
I just rolled up the window. Good try.
That's crazy.
Like, how weird is that, bro?
They
It's
probably
so
spit
weird.
in there. Or
And then I go, "What's the name?" And he's like, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear anything.
What if he
else
said?
have to say.
What if he said Pamaj? Like, oh, we usually put our real names.
Yeah.
in.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Imagine.
Flame sword.
Yo, I didn't even realize that. Imagine he said that.
Yeah, well,
Right.
that's like
It probably wouldn't even have registered.
Yeah, it
You were
wouldn't
just
have,
like, oh, let me
honestly.
go get him.
one of the things that always triggered me was when moms would come by with their kids, thinking that it was okay. This one time, this grandma brought this like dude had to have been like 10 or 11. Okay, the homie had pen drawn. A mustache. The one like this. The one like this. The one like this. Like this. The one like a mustache like that, and it had a little beard. Shout out to you, homie. Do your thing. Keep having fun at school. Don't let anyone make fun of you. But he brings it, and then I'm like, can I help you, ma'am? She's like, yeah, I'm here. I'm dropping off my grandson here so he can, because he said something about a gaming meetup, and I was like, I'm like, dude, what happened, man? He's like, yeah, I saw on Twitter that there's gonna be a meetup here, and there's an address here, and I'm like, I know what happened. You know, kids from his school fucking played him and like, because, you know, the dude had pen in his you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was self-induced pen marks on his face to make a mustache or what. But I've always been anti-bullying. In high school, I beat up bullies that were bullying like other homies. You know what I'm saying? I could never be that because I had a little brother and shit. You know what I'm saying? I've always been like anti-bullying. So I'm like, I didn't make fun of the dude like out loud. I'm kidding. But as I was saying, but I'm like, ma'am, with all due respect, like, look, we're not holding any meetups here. But more importantly, like, you don't know who lives in this house, and you're just gonna leave your son there. What if it's just bad, man? What you know? You don't. As a parent, I would never in my life, or Jude would ever drop off Liv at a star's house. Yeah. Or at a YouTuber's house, or
anyone's house that you don't know.
Dude, yeah, but I just don't. It doesn't I don't get it because, like, literally, I'm not even kidding. I would if I was going to the house and my mom was like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Mom, I'm about to go drive past this YouTuber's house to see if they live there." She'd be like, "Mark, go fucking hang out with your friends or something." Yeah. Like, she's gonna be like, "What are you doing?" Like, that's just so weird. Like, if I asked her, like, "Ma, could you drop me off at this YouTuber's house? They're having a gaming meetup." Yeah. She'd be like, "What are you going to do at a gaming meetup?" Yeah. Like,
shit on them, Mom.
I think
it's just weird. Like,
I think I had like 3 or 4, I think 4 like times where like I heard a knock on the door and I was like, all right, I'll get somebody's Grubhub for them because they probably got their headset on. And I turn the corner, and as soon as you turn the corner, you see the mom and the kid, and you make eye contact. And
really?
like,
4 times? Yeah. I don't think I ever saw a parent.
Dude,
mine was always like
kids.
Yours
was always kids?
Yeah,
no,
just like
mine was
2
always,
like 15-year-olds or something. However they got there, I don't know.
Yeah, mine was always a parent and a kid, and every single time it was like it was because like the mom didn't like understand that like esports and like YouTube is like a big thing, so.
You guys are laughing at me?
Yeah, you're doing like
dude, you're doing geometry. So annoying.
I'm trying to figure out like how to make this stop. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
So like the moms and the grandma in these situations, it was like they didn't understand how big it was, so they thought that we would be like amped to have like a fan show up. They're like, no, like my son's a fan of you guys, and I was like, okay, but like we're
working here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's not a fun house.
Like we can't sign autographs or do anything like that.
Yeah, that was my rule from the get go.
Yeah. And one time I literally said that I was like, no, like nobody in the house like signs autographs or does anything to people that show up because we don't want other people to show up.
To be encouraged.
And she was like, oh, okay. And then she like looked down and she was like, is Scump here? And I was like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah,
dude. Some people just don't get it.
Like the thing there is this. I am. If you see me in public, if you see any of us in public, come by, please. If we're in public, like even want to. Okay, here's another proof why Texas is better, and I'll get to it. But it's not that we don't want to meet anyone. It's just that in the setting that we're in, when we're in the privacy of our own home, like that's something completely different. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where we work out of, and it's work as much as we make it seem like it's fun. As much as all that, it's a grind. To do what we do. So when we have like that sort of distraction, not only a distraction, but sort of an encouragement, the second that you allow that to come into place, then it becomes a little bit of a problem. Dude, that's 2 times in a row. You need some coffee?
Bro, I think I might. I'm getting yawny.
What is anyway, that Jersey Mike's, bro.
For real.
Anyway,
I'm good.
Where I was going with that is that they need to understand that it's different. And guys, again, you see me in public, please come say what's up, all right? Another cool thing about Texas is that we were all eating, and the dude waited until everybody was done eating to come and say hello, which is something that you know what I'm saying. Like I always I'm like, man, I'm eating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm eating. I'm like, what am I going to shake you?
I think that happened at the airport. You were like this with your burrito. Yeah. Like burrito halfway in the mouth, and then she was like,
yeah.
What's up, bro?
I'm like. It was the 3 of us.
Yeah,
dude came up and said, "Can I get a picture?" And Hex was like, and he was.
Hex literally said, "I'm eating," but sure, man.
Yeah, he was like, "I'm eating," and he was like, "Oh, we'll just do it real quick then."
He's like, yeah, he's like, "Let me do it down low, so I don't want to get fired." I'm like, "Ooh, boy, you lucky I'm cool as fuck." You know what I'm saying? The burrito thing happened to be a coincidence. Okay, that's not all I eat. That is so 90% of the time that's what I'm eating. You And if I have a choice, I'm gonna eat Mexican food. That's
dude, it might be.
You got so bad, okay, so bad that my mom doesn't like her own food and doesn't like to eat Mexican. She wants to go out. She wants to go get pasta, go get steaks and shit. So anytime she would come to my house, she would bring me whatever she cooked, and then Jude would take her out because Jude doesn't like Mexican food either. Which is
wait,
crazy.
Jude doesn't like Mexican food?
Don't make sense.
Some.
Damn.
She doesn't like spicy food. And I'm like on the complete opposite spectrum. If my eyes aren't like crying and my tongue burning, it's not spicy enough.
Spicy enough. Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right, but let's talk about the moving and such.
So how did it go for you guys? The drive.
Well, who drove first? You started.
I think I drove.
Oh yeah.
Me and Hitch drove together for like 20 minutes, and then he had to get gas already.
Yeah.
So I kept going.
That's what happened.
That's not what happened.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we left. We left at night.
You made a 14-hour drive in how long?
It was like 10. And
Did
it was
you stop in
13
that
and a half.
town, like that weird, eerie town?
I feel like every place I stopped was weird.
Yeah.
Like
Same.
Like
I'm just trying to figure out if you guys stopped at
open land.
I doubt you guys stopped the same place as me and Mike did, but fucking, did
Yeah,
you stop at a
there's-
gas station with a Wendy's attached to it at all?
Not
Dude.
not that I remember.
Literally, Hex, we pulled to the pump, bro. I'm like, click premium, take it out. I'm like, am I gonna have to go to the cashier?
Yeah.
I'm like, let me try to get cancel. Do it again. I'm like, dude, there's literally no fucking premium. They ran out of premium. Mike's isn't working. We pull off. I got like 20 miles left. We're trying to find a gas station. We pull up to another one. I'm like, premium again. Dude, what the fuck? They don't have any premium out here? The lady comes out and is like, just flicks the lever.
It's one of, the lever
I'm like,
flick.
dude, I've never
that's
seen
what
that
it was like in
before.
Maryland. I forgot about this.
So did I.
In Maryland, that's how it was.
I'm old enough to that's like a thing.
I literally didn't even know that existed.
Yeah,
that's
that's
how it was
all
in
that
Canada.
used to be like.
Yeah,
when
so
I
does
first started driving, that's all it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
But
What
but
the
now it
rip,
changed.
Sheltered ass kids.
Young.
Because whenever I take, sometimes whenever I take the thing off, I'm like, oh wait, I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start checking now because
Well, no, you don't have to. Only when you go to rural towns that happens.
they'll definitely have at least one in Texas for sure.
On
I saw some people in boots today.
on
I
an
couldn't
already
believe it.
developed place. Like I don't think so, bud.
Dog, I saw someone with a cowboy hat and boots today, full fledged.
Yeah.
There's
Just
people in the office with boots.
There was where we got a haircut. One of the barbers.
Yeah, I was like,
It was like
not
a
cutting my hair.
Spanish dude. A Spanish dude. Just
Wait,
like
when you say Spanish, like from Spain or like
a Mexican dude
Okay.
had.
He was like a Spanish dude. He pointed to you. I was
like
wondering.
Oscar?
No, he was Mexican.
Like me.
yes.
Okay.
A Hector.
Hector.
It's like he was Mexican. Wait, can you say that like in a much less offensive term? You remember that episode in the office?
Hector
It's
Rodriguez.
like
Is there anything else you'd rather be called other than Mexican?
Something
Something
like-
less derogatory?
yeah, something like that. He's like, it's not derogatory.
But yeah, he was wearing like jeans, t-shirt, fucking cowboy boots. I was like, what the hell?
Never seen
How long before he gets boots? Would you ever get boots? See?
Yeah,
See,
you
exactly.
can't-
Do you see
yeah.
that? I
saw
know
it.
this dude so much, dude. Like
I
that-
mean, I wouldn't wear him out.
I feel
wouldn't
like
wear
I
him.
have to.
I would
Well,
wear
wait,
him.
I'll
fuck, you have to
probably-
shower with them.
No, I'd wear him to like the gas station or something. But I'm not gonna.
What? I'd wear him to like.
How about this?
I'd
would
wear him
not
to
go out
like
with you.
semi-troll, like how Hitch does with everyday outfits.
Rude,
Like
but
how you're rocking my sweatpants.
Yeah.
Are they yours?
They're like a 3X on them.
Yeah,
I'm not a
these are-
3X. I'm a
these are-
2X. But.
So all right, so you got here in that quick, and you didn't follow. The reason that I was comfortable with him driving is because I thought you guys were gonna convoy. You know,
Well, we
you
were.
both looked
Oh, we
after
were.
each other, but then he left in the dust, and
What-
I'm like,
what-
why are you doing that?
Well, no. What happened was, well, all right. There was two different occasions where we took. I saw him get off on one exit, and he went this way, and I went this way. And I was like, one of us went the wrong way.
that did happen.
The first time it was him. Then the second time it was me. And then I caught up to him. Like, I took a real wrong route and then caught up to him in like 15 minutes. And then, like, I was just cruising. But, like, if he texted me and said, like, yo, I'm going to get gas, I'd be like, all right, I'm going to pull off here and I'll be here. But Aaron texted him and was like, "Yo, where are you?" And they were like, "We had to stop and get gas." And I was like, "All right, well, I'm gone," because we still had like a fourth tank left. So
Yeah, my tank's like half the size.
yeah.
No,
I still had a fourth tank when he had to
four.
fill up. So I was like, "This ain't gonna work."
The thing there though was that I told Hitch, I'm like, you and your girl drive mine, and then they'll drive your car.
Dude,
and then we were talking
my car to begin with.
We were like,
Dude, yeah, what was the deal with that?
we were cruising.
Yeah, what's up? What happened to your brakes,
Bro?
Your fucking brakes. But we were cruising, and then when Hitch got here, he told me, fucking going 90 in the Jeep, just
Dude, going
for 14 hours.
When you hit 85 or when you hit 80 in the Jeep, it goes.
Yeah.
And you can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to listen to podcasts, and I could barely.
Wait, did you drive with Sam? Why don't you just
That
listen to her
would
for 14 hours?
Well, she was asleep.
Same.
See, that's
When I
just
travel
bad.
with Jude, headphones.
For real? That's dangerous.
No, I mean I talked to her for a little bit, but then I was just like, I'm gonna leave you alone, and then I'm gonna do this.
What, Jude drives? You make Jude drive?
Yeah, man, she's a strong woman,
Damn.
independent.
You play your
Me
Game
and Mike
Boy
Does she
with
not
that
mind it?
Huh? And I'm in the back seat.
She doesn't mind it?
No, I'm kidding.
I was like,
She doesn't mind it?
No, I was kidding when I said fucking wear headphones. You kidding me?
No, I mean driving though.
No,
Does
she loves driving, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's a '90s thing that you take road trips and shit. That
I like road trips. Not that long driving though.
she used to like.
I didn't mind it. Maybe it's because I'm used to not having a vehicle, and
Mike
then
got
Hex
pulled over.
gives me his.
I watched
I'm just-
Mike get pulled over.
Did you?
In what?
Literally,
What did he
literally Pam's car.
Oh,
This is me.
shit.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
I could have told
Bro,
you.
this how it went.
Dude.
I'm right here. Mike's right here. There's a cop on the side of the road, or no, he's exiting. The cop's exiting, and I see
entering?
him. Or yeah, entering
Entering the
the
highway,
highway, and like I always look at the cars entering the highway when I
Yeah.
just in case I'm flying by. If there's
Yeah.
a cop, I'm gonna be able to see him. So I see him. I'm like, oh shit! Hit the brakes because he's coming in front of me, switching lanes. I'm like, damn! I just see him flying like. I catch up to Mike. And Mike just pulled over. I'm like, oh man. He gave him what was Mike going? 75 and a 45, but he cut him a break, gave him 55.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta look
That
out on the
happened.
road.
My very first ticket was like that. I was probably going. It was an old piece of shit car.
You don't remember the fucking road trip that we took from Vegas to LA when we did the Turtle Wax exotic car driving? In
Oh
Vegas?
yeah,
Bro, this
an
dude was
SUV.
flying.
SUV, Mike.
Yeah,
Mike?
Mike was
Oh,
driving
yeah.
the SUV like it was. I'm like, dude, he's gonna flip that thing. He's reckless.
I don't trust him. If there's one driver I don't trust, it's him.
Dude, yeah, you gotta drive with Pam. It's gas brake, gas brake,
That is
gas
true.
brake.
No, thank you.
That fucking size 17. If you don't put that shit down, Jesus.
Let that thing relax. Right.
Calm the toes down.
Every
dude.
single time I saw lights, because there were cops everywhere. Every single time I saw lights on the side of the road, I'm like, that's gonna be the Hex 6. I know it.
I'm pretty sure we saw someone pulled over, and I was like, I guarantee they're gonna think that was me.
Yeah. Every single time I saw lights, I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
the
would
first
look
2
to Sam,
hours-
I'd be like, this is them.
First 2 hours of the trip, we saw like 6 or 7 people pulled over.
Yeah.
That was when I drove with Seth to PA. I didn't see a cop for 11 hours. Never saw a cop the
Dude,
entire trip.
I'm on the
I
highway.
saw 6 in 2 hours.
I look to
here.
my right and there's a black girl. We look at each other, you know what I'm saying? Keep driving, but it's Mike, me, her.
Yeah.
So she keeps trailing every time we're going because we're just
Yeah.
flying there. So she occasionally keep pulling up on the side of me and like we look at each other like smile because she's bumping music and
Yeah.
shit. Like we were fucking with each other for like 45 minutes. A cop
And
enters.
that's where you came up with the app idea.
Well, that. Oh, careful, yo. This these
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
net.
Damn,
She
I already got
entered-
that app idea now.
She.
I already know
I'll
what
make
you're
sure
trying
you
to
won't go
put.
through with it. The cop enters, right? He comes in front of us, but I guess she didn't see the cop. So I look at her. I pull right, like I just keep going. She's like turning up in the car like this. Literally, the cop breaks the whole traffic down to like 30 miles an hour. She goes up, he pulls her over immediately.
What a
I'm like,
hater! Just 'cause she was having fun.
Yeah, because she was just going too crazy. And the crazy thing is, he saw her through the mirror. He
Yeah.
didn't like. She didn't fly by him or anything.
That's crazy.
I was like,
What's
bogus.
crazy is that in 5 years they got married and had 2 kids.
Apparently, there was a rumor in my town that a lady married the truck driver who hit her.
Damn.
Damn.
Real shit.
It's a real icebreaker.
Yeah.
Like, remember when I hit you 13 years ago? Put you in the hospital 13 years ago.
It was the best day of my life when I ran you over. I think
Wasn't the last time he hit her from the back.
All right, boys. It's a nice conversation.
So we moved to Texas.
Yeah. Dude, is it weird though? Like, has it?
It's cold.
It is cold.
It is, yeah.
Yes.
The past 2 days, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Yes.
What I was gonna say is it weird like for you guys like to?
Who said this shit? Go ahead. I'm gonna fix this.
Is it weird that like the Scuf house? Like I know like we moved out of Scuf house. Everybody knows that. But is it like really sunk in? Like we'll never go back to that house.
Yeah, I told
Fuck, that kind of sucks.
I was talking
man.
to that house specifically, or like living together.
I would say to that house specifically. Well, I mean, there's always a possibility.
I think we'll eventually like go back to that area, visit 6050s, 1235.
You think so?
And we'll like check it out, but
like for a video
I don't know if
something?
anyone misses.
Think
the
about it,
house.
man.
Or like
How
that
about the relationships
environment.
you made around it?
Yeah.
You going to Panda, you know who you're gonna see.
Yeah.
You're going to these places. You know
Everything is food for us.
Never
Yeah,
had the
it's
balls to
senseless.
approach them.
Yeah.
At least
I
me.
mean, no, I've got my job done in Illinois. I'm gonna miss it though, for sure.
It's just like like the whole like vibe of just living in that house. Like there's no like all the shit we used to do. Like just walking downstairs, seeing the pool table and like everything. Like it's gone.
No, man,
it's gone.
dude. This
It's
is
gone,
life,
man. Get over it.
Jesus, this is literally life.
It's weird,
Yeah.
man.
Welcome
It's
to the
weird.
real world.
Yeah, I mean it's episodes, man.
They're more fun and
again.
games.
That's why I keep mementos. You know what's crazy? I have this one plaque. I have this one plaque. Okay, and you guys will see it once I throw my housewarming party, and Kanye's invited and all that. But I have this one placard that there was in Mexico. It's an actual plaque, and this is like the number, and then it says the last name of the people that live there, and that was my grandma's house. And there was a placard there that saw 100 years worth of like my family history. And the second that I got a chance, I told one of my cousins down there to take it off the wall and bring it, because my brother, when he went to visit, he took a picture of it.
He's gonna snag it.
And my brother's like, bro, it's like I almost took this shit down, and I'm like, oh fuck. And then I'm like, I hit up my cousin on the side. I'm like, yo, you get that down for me, I owe you for life, right? I owe you like whatever. And she got it for me, and that's like a memento that I took from over there.
Bro, I want to see that.
Yeah, it's in my house. Yeah, you'll see it. Anyway, so that's like and every single time I look at it, I'm like, that thing saw me play in the dirt. That thing saw me play soccer like in front of it. That thing saw me do like every fights, get into fights. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like literal like life like moments for me. But from 6050, I have shit from that. I obviously have the memento from Jude that she took, and I don't know what else to like bring that would have made it like worth it for me. But it's always good to bring something with you because it reminds you of that one little thing.
If you guys could have taken anything from the Scuf house, what would it have been? I mean, we're talking to Nick, but Nick hated the Scuf house
I didn't hate it. It was just
towards the end.
yeah, I guess.
Dude, I just like, bro, 1,000 images are just running through my mind, like all the parties we had, all the times we came home late, like just chilling.
It's
like,
crazy. Like you got to think like
when Pamajo
The amount of
got killed
times
by
that
the
we-
neighbor.
yeah,
oh, bro, yeah.
like if I can say that story, bro.
Dude,
Your mic's not even facing you.
Yeah, it is.
just think about how long ago it was that we were doing like the big ball soccer smooth comps,
competitions,
like, outside. Like think about doing the crossbar challenge with Seth.
Yeah.
That shit was great. That was long. It was a long ass time ago.
Life's just flying by, man.
It's crazy.
That was the beginning of this year, right?
No, it was
Smooth
2
comp?
years ago.
The thing there though is
Smooth
that
comp?
as fast as that time went, it gets faster, bro.
Yo, I know,
It gets
bro. That shit's
faster.
scary,
I
man.
swear I was just 22. Like,
Dude, I'm literally 22, bro. I vividly remember.
You're me already. Like, you're gonna wake up. I'm 26. Like, this shit flies.
Yeah, you're 27, right?
I'm 26 for the last, not 30, not 27, not 32, not 29, about to be 30. 26.
Yeah, Mike's 32.
Yeah.
Mike's 32.
Mike's 28.
What so far, is there anything that you don't like about the area that you live in, or any like things that you?
I don't like. I've already gotten a noise complaint.
Have you really?
Yeah. One of the ladies came up to my room.
I'm gonna get noise complaints from the fans because of this fucking arm. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, she came to my room and said,
Whoa, your room.
Your crib.
She came to my crib, and she was like, I was on the 3rd floor. Oh, God. It's like descripts where I live. But she was like, I was on the floor above you. And I could hear your music from here. So could you turn that down a little bit? And I was just like, and it wasn't even that loud. It was just like you can hear you can't hear the actual rapping.
Bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
She can just hear the thumping like
you're
easily.
screwed.
Have you ever thought about wearing headphones while you make your beat?
No, that will give you a headache so quick because it's not like listening to music. It's like you replay what you're doing so much. Like I'll just have my thumb on the space bar to like if I'm trying to get a certain hi-hat pattern or like anything like that, like I'll play it again, like just keep resetting, and that drives you crazy.
We know.
I think that people, one of the most, you've gotten noise complaints before. I just never told you.
What?
Seth,
Yeah, right.
Seth used to complain about your noise all the time.
Seth complains about everything.
He said at 4 a.m. That you were playing music and he couldn't go to sleep.
Oh my god.
So you've gotten noise complaints before. I just never went through them.
Figure it out.
Because I believe in confronting the shit that bothers you.
Yourself?
Well, Seth has definitely said something to me. Krim used to always say something to me too.
At least we never had
Damn,
Krim would just text me
episodes.
door, because sometimes
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
have my door open.
Oh, that's
Most
when
of
you
the
used to
time.
play, though.
Yeah, that's what I would scrim and my
Dude,
room would get hot and shit.
Mike and Nick, when they used to play, they both played with their doors open. They're right beside each other.
Did
and they
literally
both
zero
scream.
respect, dude.
They both scream.
Like you're not gonna close
call-outs.
your door while you guys are screaming.
Yeah.
Room's hot.
Well, I mean, Nick was a different. Like Mike used to when he calls out, he doesn't stop.
Yeah,
and it's
Mike screams like rapidly, and
yeah,
Nick
it doesn't
Nick will
make
go,
sense.
I remember
I'll scream.
I
But
remember
I
They
won't.
one shot.
I remember one specific call out. One shot lethal. One shot lethal.
Yeah,
And he kept saying it. One shot lethal. And I could hear it ringing throughout the house. And I was like, damn, TJ's one shot. All right, we got this shit. But it was
You're
just
not
like,
gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Leave him be.
But I just
miss that
remember,
house.
I remember that, like, dude, that's weird. You used to play Halo.
That
Mike
is
used to play
weird.
Halo.
Can we get Nick back?
He's dead. Nick's
Damn.
dead.
Is
The
it weird?
maniac's here to stay.
Is it weird at all? Like thinking about
It's gotta be.
I mean, it was just I feel like how I went out was how like that's how yeah.
It's
That's
meant
how
to
it
be.
ended.
It should have been
Like
written.
yeah, it's almost like a shitty version of Kobe.
Well, how do you feel? Like you were actually
a
good. at
shitty
the
version
game
of
that you
Kobe
played.
Bryant.
I mean, I could still come back at any time. These bitches are here to stay. For real.
I lost my interest in like gaming kinda.
yeah.
Like I used to game all the time.
Do you think that you'd be a good competitive player?
No. Well, I don't know.
I'm 100% a no, but what do you think?
I used to think so until I started living with him. And I was like,
You want to know what? I think what Davis is doing now. I think that suits him well. Like
Like AM,
what,
like
like-
S&D start, AM
no,
type
like
scrub shit.
I'm saying like I could see Davis being like a really for some reason like good like head manager or something like that.
oh, you're talking about my
As far-
career?
Yeah,
Oh.
Like a
I thought you were
GM.
talking-
yeah, like
I thought you were talking
Like a
about
you
PvP
just need to
live
get a little bit
admin.
more mean.
I don't know,
No,
man.
I do a good job.
I
Of
almost
training my
convinced
people.
him not to do the podcast today. It was that easy. I was like, oh, so no podcast.
Well, but
today?
he had been on a binger of like 14 hours editing video.
yeah, I
True.
haven't slept.
True,
but
true.
but no, I think the biggest thing as far as me, because there's a lot of shit going on behind the scenes that obviously the fans don't know about, but even we don't know about. Even like, there's a lot going on, and I just want to get it. Like I just want to focus to get it to a point where I just have this like sandbox of like creative.
Yeah.
Like I could just do whatever I want. That's what I want. Like,
So again, do you think you could be a good? I'm the
pro player?
I'm the worst loser that has ever lived and graced the face of this earth, bro. I could not be a competitive player because I don't know how to lose. I'm a sore loser. Okay.
Yeah, you are a terrible loser.
And not only that, but it's bad because I get like it's an angry loser.
Yeah.
To the point to where like nothing else matters besides my anger and how much I hate the situation that I'm in. So I could never be that. I would never shake anyone's hand. Like even when my teams play. No. I don't. Good game? What you mean good game? Fuck, you had a good game, not me. And I'm not here to celebrate your accolades. Bro.
Are you I think the biggest thing about being a professional esports player in any sense of any esport is that the first thing you have to do is get rid of the rage mentality.
No.
As soon as you die, you can't complain about your death because you have to tell your teammates where everybody is.
You know who taught me?
That's what
you know who
I
taught
used to be
me
a big
not
rager.
to do that? Clay.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, one shot. He'd be like, dude, you literally could have just told me he was coming out of red door. Besides saying one shot, and I'm like, shit, he's right. Think about it. One shot. Red door. Instead of saying red door.
Yeah.
Bro, I watch Seth play, and Seth plays on, obviously everybody knows Seth's in Cali. He's playing on 2-bar. Yeah. And he'll run into an FG. He'll turn the corner, and he's just incinerated.
Yeah.
I'd be spiking my controller.
Yeah.
But he's just like, one's mid-hall. And it's just like, and that's just their reaction. They don't have, like, the only time you ever see them rage is if it's in a crazy situation or.
Yeah.
So that's like, I think that's like probably the most underrated, like, attribute.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I say. Like playing with these, since I play COD a little bit now. Like when I do play, and I'll play with these like SND amateurs. I'm like, their attitudes are so bad. Like I can tell some people just aren't gonna make
that's
it.
like that is literally the worst part of the COD world is that. Those kids have literally the biggest egos. Like, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious.
You suck too.
There's no way.
No, because there's
all right. They'll be like, "What, dude? You're literally awful. You fucking suck." Like, what? You haven't even won a tournament.
Yeah. Like people will say that to me, like, "Dude, you suck." I'm like, "Yeah, but you suck
to
too." I suck, but you suck as well. But I'm not complaining. You are.
Yeah.
Like,
is there an equivalent to an S&D star in Halo? Like, do y'all have like?
Nah.
Or I guess free for all kids, or those.
I guess that kind of used to be a thing, free for all kids, but that was like 2007.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have AM owners too that do the for you guys.
Amateur owners.
They don't know.
They yell at their players.
They just rage.
They just rage at their players. They're like, you can't lose. So motherfucker, you get up there.
Yeah.
You know, I've never ever told. I mean, aside from talking shit like in a friendly banter, I've never like, you guys have to win or else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've seen that before, and it's disgusting when I see people do that. And I've seen it like live in person. I saw some dude yelling at their team,
a
like
CEO or a coach.
Yeah, no, a CEO yelling at these dudes. Yeah, yelling at these dudes. And you know who those dudes were? Actually not, because then I'll tell who. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah,
big names.
Yeah, and I was sitting there, and I'm like, if I was those players, I'd get the fuck up. I'd be like, we're not playing for you no more. Pray. You want to win? Get your ass.
Oh yeah.
Did that guy make it?
It ain't easy. No, he didn't make it. He's been gone for like 3.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, if I saw something like that, I'd be like, he ain't gonna make it.
He hasn't been a part of the team for like 3 years. But I just never get that mentality where you like yelling does. The only people I yell at are my teammates because it's their fault that they agreed to be my teammate, right? Ultimate of OpTic, and that's it, dude. That's it. I don't think I could. I couldn't yell. I mean, I'll yell at you.
Oh guys yeah, you yelled at me once. You've only yelled at me once.
Yeah. So
that's because I was arguing on Twitter.
I've gotten
Hex told me not to argue on Twitter, and I still argued on Twitter. Dude, next thing I know, I just hear. Next thing I know, I just hear a break through the door. I'm like, what the fuck? It's Hex. He's like, "What the fuck did I tell you?"
Yeah. I would have rather been yelled at than what happened to me. Hex fucking wrote out a PowerPoint.
I sat down with a little black book, and I'm like, and I got a little black book for everyone, because if I ever need to, because in an argument, it's really hard to remember specifics. So when you write down when people fuck up, and you have to do that as a manager, as a head, figurehead or whatever. I keep everything. I got shit on you. I got
you. I know what you mostly got on me though. My Twitter curse words probably.
Yeah,
he's cursed here.
Yeah, but I don't know. It was bad, but it was all right. He understood.
It was needed. I feel like I've grown since that.
Yeah.
Shit's crazy.
Because I'm the coolest motherfucker. Why are you pissing me off, man? My number one thing is this. Yeah. I don't tell people to do shit because I like to feel the power. I tell them because I just don't want to waste any time. I don't want to get the job done and move on to the fun shit. So when people like fucking piss,
I thought you were gonna yell at me when you called me the other day. You're like, I asked you to do one fucking thing. I'm like, oh shit.
I did.
I can't remember it. I thought to myself like, fuck, what did you ask me? I can't remember.
Bro, remember the content meeting where Hex like sat us down and we were like super fucking up, or like everybody was kind of fucking up, and like we didn't know where OpTic was like going at the time. He like sat us down. He was like, we're gonna do this. He's like kind of yelling. It's like, and then at the very end, we're all just like, all right, we all on the same page. Like, Hex goes, yo, y'all trying to go to Mago? Let's go something to eat.
Yeah, that's always how we'd end it with food. Like anytime that, because you don't want to leave those like meetings or those talks with like
bad feelings.
Yeah, with any sort of I guess bad feelings for or any hostile. Yeah, any hostility. So let's get food.
That's when people say that like. I give you guys like a break. They don't see when I'm fucking bringing down the fucking law.
Oh no, yeah. I know that.
And that's why I tell people like, yo, I want to work for you. I'm like, no, you fucking don't. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't, because I expect perfection and I expect you to work harder than me. Good luck.
Yeah.
And I'm handsome. All right. So move so far. Best out of 10. I think we brought it back. Now, if this isn't, you tell the people who manage this now that I can't work on these.
I got a boom mic.
Me and Nick had to talk. We're not coming to this room next time the podcast is set up. Yeah. I have a water here, a coffee.
Bro, like people are getting paid to do a job, and look at this. You know, like. Anyway,
my drink's watered down.
Jesus, God,
my coffee's cold. Who do I complain to?
Dude, we had who? Jersey Mike's. All right, the joke was ruined. Cause dude, can we talk about something? Yeah. Why are all the sub places, sandwich shops? There's Jimmy John's. There's Jason's Deli. There's Jersey Mike's, and then
Jimmy John's.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Jimmy John's, Jersey Mike's, Jason's Deli.
Which is just which?
Yeah, and every time I go to say a J, I always get hung up because I don't know which one to say. But I was gonna say we had Mike from Jersey.
Mind blown. Mike from Jersey.
We had Mike from Jersey Mike's in here.
Yeah, he rode his motorcycle.
Because Flame Sports from Jersey and his name's Michael.
If you guys didn't get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the move's been pretty live
at the old house.
Are you happy with where you're at? What can you fix? One thing.
Nothing, honestly. Like, it's just my apartment's quiet. I go on the balcony, get some fresh air. Gas stations, 3 minutes, not even 2 minutes.
You love gas stations. Is this a Jersey thing?
No, not really.
Well, it's like the 24-hour thing.
Yeah, but now that's the main thing about it. But now I stacked the fridge. I got what you need: Smart Water, Snapple, cereal.
I remember at the old house, Bose would always he'd never just have like a stack of shit like a 24 pack or something. Like it'd always be if he's thirsty, he goes to the gas station.
Yeah, because you get a 24 one drink pack, at you come back, 3's missing. Yeah, 24 turns into 21 even.
Right.
You can buy groceries and you can drive your own car. The gas cap is never ever gonna go missing again.
I won't ever have to fill up a gas tank again.
I wonder how long it's gonna be before you guys are like, man, I miss Frank.
Oh, we've already said that.
4 days ago.
Why?
I'm like, I just miss his company.
I forget how we were or how we brought him up. I think it was just like because we were moving in, like we gotta hang shit, put up TVs, stuff like build beds and shit. Yeah. We were like, man, Frank would have did all this shit and been happy about it.
Frank, do I put this right here? You'd be like, I do it.
This
like
would have been a field
I'll do
day
it
for
like
Frank.
Oh, you know what?
What's Frank doing?
I love Frank.
I don't know. He's finally enjoying retirement.
Frank
No.
up, man.
No, he's coming. But yeah, I mean, he retired. He had nothing to do. Jude hired him, and he's the groundskeeper. He loves that shit. He was coordinating like all the movers and shit.
Yeah, he was. I ain't even gonna lie. He's like
at first I thought you guys wanted Frank like out of videos, so I didn't think we could like allowed to talk about.
that's
him or
what
anything.
that's what I thought at first. Like I didn't know like
because at first you were like
because like I respect the privacy. Like I didn't know if like
yeah, well,
you know
that's
what I mean?
Jude's dad.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
of course.
I didn't know like
so I didn't know like what I was like if I was allowed to put him in videos or anything, and then over the course of time, like people were like, "Hey, I saw Frank at 3:05."
Really?
Walking around the back, yeah.
Yeah, dude. No, the crazy thing is that he would go to like all the shops wearing like OpTic shit. You know, he's got
Scuf.
Yeah.
He's down for his and
He's a ride or die.
Bro, this one time I went to go get our chat at the Mexican store, La Fiesta in Streamwood, and then I get to the counter and I'm buying my meat, and then the kid I had like a beard. Remember when I let my shit go?
Oh yeah.
I was sitting there and I had my hoodie on and my hat and I'm paying for it. And he's like, "Oh, you like OpTic?" I was like, "Yeah, I like OpTic." And then the dude's like, Hex's father-in-law's here all the time, man. I see him. He's really cool. And I'm like, "Which Hex?" And then he looks at me. He's like, "Damn, that's fucking crazy, man. I didn't know it was you."
Wow, that is crazy.
But people were like, "Yo, Frank," because he took one of my white jerseys, like a 2011, because Jude gave it to him and I was pissed, but whatever. And like he would take that shit everywhere. People would be like, "Yo, how'd you get a white jersey? How'd you get the white jersey?" It said my name on it, obviously. So like,
That's a rare.
that's a rare. All right, I think that's good. I don't know what episode this is, but
We just
now
talk crazy.
now that we have people setting stuff up for us, scheduling stuff up for us, I think that this is gonna be. Let's play it by ear. Let's see how it
Yeah,
goes.
You know how
no
this
more
should go.
talking.
Let's just
We're about action.
It's
bro.
like, what about
Literally.
podcast? No more talking.
I'm done with this. I want the funds.
2018. I'm about my paper.
Literally about my funds.
All right. So, any closing comments before we tell Hitch to hit him with the music?
I mean, we just have a new. This is actually what I said. If you guys could see OpTic, imagine seeing OpTic start up, but there was vlogging around there. This is like OpTic starting up again, but like the beginning of like the city OpTic. Like it's like a whole new chapter.
Exactly. It's like this time we're kind of taking them along for the ride.
Yeah.
So like
they're gonna see this whole thing.
So you're seeing like I'll like look at this video now and then look at the podcast in 5 months. It's gonna be completely
next podcast. If next podcast isn't better than this, I'm not coming back.
All right, well, I'm just saying like it's gonna turn into like
I know what you mean.
It's disgusting. Yeah.
It's gonna be insane. Like so, some stuff like this might happen where it's like we're still trying to figure shit out. But
the thing that I keep on saying is like what you've seen up until now. What you've seen up until now is like was the warm up of OpTic. That was like the beginning of OpTic. That was like us setting down the platform to build what we're about
like
to
J.
build.
Cole's album or J. Cole's mixtape, the warm up, like that's just a mixtape. We haven't even put out an album yet.
Think about that.
That
made sense to me. I don't know if it made sense to you guys, but we're laying down like everything that we've done up until this point, all the championships, everything that we've done has just been like the building platform to what's about to happen next.
I'm trying to think of lyrics from the
Flex,
warm-up
drop a
all
bomb on him.
All right, that's gonna do it. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like, please. We appreciate it. Every time you leave a like, you save
5% off on Maniac.
Pitch hit him with the music.
Pitch. Hit him with the music.